One day, Adana went to the market to buy some foodstuff, and a group of girls who used to envy her started to mock her. They pointed at her and said, "Look, the fat elephant is coming," and laughed at her as if they've heard the funniest joke. Once upon a time, in a small African village, there lived a girl named Adana. She was known to be the most beautiful and slender girl in the village. Adana's beauty was the talk of the village, and many young men dreamed of marrying her. Everywhere she went, people would stop and admire her. She was the daughter of the village chief and was loved by all. Adana was a kind and caring girl, always helping those in need. She was also very talented and had a beautiful voice that could soothe even the most troubled heart. The villagers saw her as a symbol of perfection, and they were proud to have her as one of their own. However, one day, Adana fell severely sick and had to be put on medication. The medication had some unexpected side effects, and Adana began to gain weight rapidly. At first, she didn't pay much attention to it, thinking it was just temporary, but as weeks went by, she noticed that her clothes were getting tighter and her once slim figure was now round and plump. Adana was devastated. She could no longer fit into her beautiful dresses, and her once beautiful face was now round and puffy. She tried to lose weight by exercising and eating healthy, but the medication made it difficult for her to lose any weight. Adana felt helpless and alone, and she started to lose hope. She became self-conscious and stopped going out in public. The people who once admired her now began to ridicule and bully her because of her weight. They called her names and made fun of her, and Adana felt humiliated and hurt. The men who once wanted to marry her now avoided her like a plague. One day, Adana went to the market to buy some foodstuff, and a group of girls who used to envy her started to mock her. They pointed at her and said, "Look, the fat elephant is coming," and laughed at her as if they've heard the funniest joke. Adana couldn't hold back her tears and ran back home. She locked herself in her room and cried for hours. She couldn't understand why people were being so cruel to her, especially when she was going through a tough time. The once kind and confident Adana was now a shell of her former self. She no longer smiled or went out to socialize. She felt like an outcast in her own village. Her parents were worried sick about her and tried to console her, but Adana couldn't shake off the hurtful words of the villagers. As the bullying continued, Adana started to withdraw from the villagers and became isolated. She stopped singing and avoided going out in public. Her once cheerful and confident demeanor was now replaced with sadness and self-doubt. Adana only found solace in singing alone at night. She would sneak out of her house and go to a nearby river to sing her heart out. The sound of the flowing water and the twinkling stars above would soothe her soul and make her forget all her worries. This was the only thing that kept Adana happy during this period of her life, and it became a daily routine for her. One night, while Adana was singing at the river, a man appeared out of nowhere. He was tall, handsome, and had a bright smile on his face. Adana was startled by his presence and immediately stopped singing, thinking that he was one of the villagers who came to make fun of her. She was about to run away when he called out to her, "I have been listening to your beautiful voice every night, and it brings me so much joy. Please don't be afraid," the man said with a warm smile. Adana was hesitant at first, but something about the man's kind eyes and gentle voice made her stay. The man praised her for her singing and told her that Her voice was the most beautiful thing he has ever heard. They talked for hours that night, and Adana found comfort in the man's company. As days passed, Adana and the man, whose name was Amadi, met every night in the forest. They talked, laughed, and sang together. Adana slowly started to open up to him, telling him about her struggles and how she felt like an outcast in her own village. Amadi listening to her with patience and understanding, sharing stories of his own challenges and vulnerabilities. He told Adana that true beauty lies within, and that she was still the same beautiful person, no matter her size. He told her that her kindness, laughter, and the way her eyes light up when she sang were what he admired about her. And Adana, for the first time in a long time, felt accepted and loved for who she truly was. With this newfound understanding, Adana embraced her true self. She learned to love herself again, and with Amadi's support, she gained the confidence to stand up to her bullies and prove them wrong. She even started performing at the village's annual festival. The villagers were amazed to see Adana's transformation, not just physically, but mentally as well. Her relationship with Amadi grew deeper, based on mutual love and respect. As time passed, Adana and Amadi's love only grew stronger. Their conversation, once limited to nights by the riverside, now spanned the entirety of days and nights, filled with dreams, laughter, and plans for the future. At the riverside, where they first met, Amadi revealed his true identity as the prince of one of the neighboring villages and asked Adana to be his princess. Adana was overwhelmed with joy and accepted his proposal. The villagers were shocked to see that the once ridiculed fat girl was now going to become a princess. Their wedding was a grand celebration that brought the two villages together. It was not just a union of two souls, but a testament to the triumph of love over sacrificial judgment. The villagers, who once made fun of Adana, was now in awe of her courage and strength. They realized that true beauty lies in a person's character and not in their appearance. Adana's story taught them a valuable lesson, and they apologized for their behavior. Adana and Amadi's love story became an inspiration to many, and they were now known as the village's power couple. Adana learned to embrace her new body, and with Amadi by her side, she overcame the challenges she faced, and they lived happily ever after. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in our next story. Bye.